And it's worth noting, by the way, the standard rhetorical device that so many Democratic senators use is to say, well, not all immigrants are criminals. Well, of course they're not. I am the son of an immigrant who came legally to this country 58 years ago. We are a nation of immigrants, of men and women fleeing oppression and coming to seek freedom. But this bill doesn't deal with all immigrants. It deals with one specific subset of immigrants: criminal, illegal aliens. Those who come to this country illegally and also have additional criminal convictions, whether homicide, whether sexual assault, whether kidnapping or battery or drunk driving. If it is the Democrats' position for partisan reasons that they would rather stand with violent, criminal, illegal aliens, that is a sad testament on where one of the two major political parties in this country stands today. And I suspect the voters who elect them would be more than a little surprised at how that jibes with the rhetoric they use on the campaign trail. If, as many observers predict, Democratic senators choose to value partisan loyalty to the Obama White House over protecting the lives of the children who will be murdered by violent, criminal, illegal aliens in sanctuary cities if this body does not act, if they value partisan loyalty over that, and if they vote in a party line vote, as many observers have predicted, that will provide a moment of clarity. But I will also suggest it will underscore the need for Republican leadership. This issue up again, not in the context where Democrats can blithely block it, obstructing any meaningful reforms to protect our safety, to secure the border, to enforce the law, to stop violent, criminal, illegal aliens from threatening our safety, but rather for Republican leadership to bring it up in the context of a must-pass bill, to bring it up and attach it to legislation that will actually pass in law. I'm very glad we are voting on this week. That is a good and positive step. It is one of the few things in the last 10 months we have voted on that actually responds to the concerns of the men and women who elected us. So I salute leadership for bringing up this vote, but if a party line vote blocks it, then the next step is not simply to have a vote. The next step is to attach this legislation to must-pass legislation and to actually fix the problem. You know, Mr. President, leadership loves to speak of what they call governing. And in Washington, governing is always said at least an octave lower. Governing. Well, when it comes to stopping sanctuary cities and protecting our safety, we need some governing. We need to actually fix the problem rather than a showboat. So my first entreaty is to our Democratic friends across the aisle. Regardless of areas where we differ on partisan politics, this should be an easy vote. Do you stand with the men and women of your state, or do you stand with violent, criminal, illegal aliens? We will find out in just a couple of hours. But my second entreaty is to Republican leadership that if Democrats are partisans first rather than protecting the men and women they represent, then it is up to Republican leadership to attach this to a must-pass, to actually pass it into law and solve the problem. Not to talk about it, but to do it. It is my hope that's what all of us do together. I yield the floor.